Part 14 of Worst Tattoos, here we go. I don't have any more new or original ways of introducing these videos anymore, so yeah, welcome to Worst Tattoos Part 14, and up first we have whatever the hell this thing is. But we all love Pringles. I love Pringles as much as the next guy, probably more so. When I'm thinking of things to get tattooed on myself, the Pringles Guy usually isn't among the first things that come to mind. It's not that having the Pringles Guy tattooed on the back of your calf is exactly the worst idea in the world or anything, but it's that coupled with the fact that the tattoo itself looks like it was drawn by a drunken 7-year-old. Those two things combined serve to make this a pretty shitty piece of whatever you want to class this as. I think we'll chalk this one down to a case of alcoholism. Ooh, okay. Well, this one's an interesting one. So this is, I believe, Gollum from Lord of the Rings. Funnily enough, I must be the only person in the entire world that hasn't actually seen Lord of the Rings, but I do know that this is Gollum. I do know something. Mostly because he's in all the memes, but that still counts as knowledge in my eyes. My precious! This is not indeed. Yeah, there's just something about this one that rubs me the wrong way, and it's kind of creeping me out, not gonna lie. Goodbye, weird tattoo. You can just rot in hell. Thank you, bye, thank you for your time, fuck off now, thank you, bye. And up next we have, quite simply, another example of why portrait tattoos can be a real case of hit or miss. And in this case it most certainly was a miss. Dear God, I've just noticed a massive double chin on this thing. It's not even a double chin, it's more like a quadruple chin. This thing is like, I'm too skinny to imitate this tattoo effectively, but you get what I mean. This whole thing just looks like, the hair coming down the side, it looks like a fucking tumour is growing off of the hair as well. Like, what's with the bold patch just above the fringe? The eyes are wonky, and Jesus Christ, and it looks pretty faded as well. It doesn't look like they've really packed the ink in there properly and everything. It just looks like such a shit job. How anyone looked at this and thought it was fine is completely beyond me. Alright, we got a pretty interesting one here. Thug life on the toes. Okay, there's a few things I want to bring up here. Firstly, getting tattoos on the bottom of your toes, that's gotta hurt, and the healing process for that and everything, that has gotta be one of the biggest pains in the arses I could ever think of. So, on the one hand, props to this guy for doing something like that and going through with it, because Lord knows I wouldn't have the bravery or the patience to do such a thing. Secondly, what the fuck is this tattoo? I think that second one was probably the more pressing matter, to be honest. Thug life written across the toes, and then just on the big toes, these weird looking Guess Who style characters. I don't know why you'd get thug life on your toes. Normally that's the sort of thing people would get on their knuckles, but I guess this guy's got something else on his knuckles, or I don't know, maybe he's a double amputee and he doesn't have hands. I don't know the full backstory about this. Maybe I'm judging him too harshly, I don't know. What is with the ones on the big toe, just this random Santa? It looks like Santa is high off like crack or something on one the big toe, and on the other one it's just like this really depressed looking Humpty Dumpty type face with a business tie on. Like, what is this? What the hell is the font as well that they've used? It's like, what is... I'm gonna move on. Alright, well this one's very short and simple. This is quite simply a badly drawn cat flipping us off. And the only thing I have to say to this one is, fuck you too, you abomination of art. Oh, alright. 2 for the price of 1 here. So, let's start with the one on the left. Betty! I don't know who Betty is, or why someone got her tattooed on themselves, but if the supposed self-portrait, which looks like it has a cross between a ball sack and a tennis ball for a nose, just below the word Betty, is anything to go by, then I'm going to assume Betty is some kind of ancient fantasy troll-like being who for some reason captivated the soul and mind of the person getting the tattoo enough for them to go ahead with this. That's probably one of the worst face tattoos I've ever seen, or tattoos of someone's face, that is. And don't even get me started about the thing on the right. What is this? Just put a triangle around, we can resurrect the fucking Illuminati memes from like 10 years ago. What is this nonsense? I'm assuming this guy already had a bold patch there. I guess if you have a bold patch, then the first thing you decide to do is to tattoo a bloodshot eyeball there for some reason. Like, why would you want an eyeball on top of your head? This reminds me of that Red Dwarf episode where they have to print people out of this biological printer, and there's a printer jam, and this guy gets printed out with half his face like up on top of his head and he's walking around with his eyes like that. It's kind of fucking weird, but it's kind of fucking funny. This is what that reminds me of, and it's just as freakish here as it was in Red Dwarf. Can't wait to see what other nonsense we got lined up for this video. And just as I say that, this fucking thing shows up. What is this mutant Dorito tomfoolery that I'm looking at right now? Okay, so I am assuming this is supposed to be a T-Rex or something, but it turned out to be more of a Turd Rex than anything else. Is this even a tattoo, or is this just something someone's drawn on someone's leg with a biro? Because this honestly looks like it. It doesn't even look like the lines were completed along its back or anything. It looks so patchy and awful. What the fuck is this? If this is an actual tattoo that someone's actually done, then I am really surprised that this exists. If it is a real tattoo, I'm expecting it's probably just like some homemade shitty stick and poke type thing, or someone's just bought a tattoo gun for like 25 quid off Amazon and done it themselves. Because I very highly doubt any kind of professional artist or studio would do something this abysmal. I don't think there's anything else left for me to say about this tattoo, so to send it off, we will sing the anthem of the Turd Rex. Oh hello, it's Hannibal Lecter's low-budget cousin. Hannibal fucking moron face. I really need to work on my one-liners, don't I? What the hell is this guy thinking? Just strolls into the tattoo shop one day like, yo, hey, you looking for a tattoo? I am indeedy. Alright, what do you want? Well, it's a face tattoo. Okay, hold up there. That's already questionable grounds, but let me hear your idea and I will judge whether it is a sound decision to make. Okay, right, well, basically, just from my nose all the way down the rest of the lower half of the front of my face, just put some kind of Hannibal Lecter style mask on me. I'm sure it'll look fine. You son of a bitch, get in the chair and I'll get my stuff. What in the name of motherfucking hell is this bullshit? Why? Honestly, I have nothing more to say on this, so you're looking at it at the same time as me, you're probably forming your own opinions, and I'm hoping those opinions are going to be along the lines of, what the fuck is this? If anyone thinks this is a good idea, then, I mean, okay, all power to you, your body, your decision, but like, it still looks kind of fucking stupid, mate. I'm just saying. And is it just me, or does this guy look a bit like the Stalker from the Andrei Tarkovsky film Stalker? Is it just me, or does he look a bit... I very much doubt anyone watching this video is going to even know what film Stalker is. I don't know why I'm bringing that up, to be honest. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, what the... We got another nightmare fuel tattoo, guys. What the hell is this? Just shave the back of my head, put the most nightmarish, screaming face on there you can. I don't care if I'm going to freak out the people stood behind me in the queue at McDonald's. I'm on my way to pick up a Happy Meal for my 5-year-old kid. I don't give a shit. I want people to fear me. I want people to see this fucking thing on the back of my head and be... I want people to see this thing on the back of my head and fear me like I'm some kind of eldritch god. There should be a rule against people getting nightmare fuel tattooed on themselves. It needs to be written into a part of the Geneva Convention or whatever the fuck, because if I see one more of these, I'm going to shit my pants and it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be a tidal wave. It's going to wipe out this entire county. Moving on, I think. And the last one for the day, ending on a high note, or a low note, I guess you'd say, with this one. Yeah. I don't know what to make of this one either. Sperm Donor. If anyone can convince me that drugs and or alcohol were not involved in the creation process of this tattoo, then I will be very impressed, because I'm very confident that they were. Sperm Donor in writing made to look like it's formed out of jizz, and a bunch of really weird looking sperms as well. They look like, they remind me of the worms from the Worms games, you know, the game where the worms just wriggle around and shoot each other with bazookas and machine guns and fucking throw grenades at each other and shit. Ah, childhood, simpler time. Well, I mean, as long as the guy doesn't go around topless everywhere, then I guess it's not the biggest deal in the world. His belly button looks kind of weird as well. Sperm Donor, that's an interesting design for a tattoo. Not the worst I've seen. I mean, at the very least it looks like it's well done. It's just a very questionable design to have to begin with, really. Yeah. So, yes, that was Worst Tattoos Part 14. We had some very interesting ones today, shall we say, and I apologise in advance to anyone who's going to lose a week's worth of sleep because of number 9 on this list today. You have my condolences. But yeah, that was the video for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back very soon with whatever the next video is going to be, and yeah. Remember kids, like I always say, think before you ink. That's the new motto. Apart from that, see ya. Bye. Bye-bye. You can click off the video now. It's ended. Goodbye.